friends. I'm Fee.
I'm Ro.
And I'm Jo.
And welcome back to A Mouthful, a podcast where we talk about all things food, art, and life. Maybe some a little insight and also some tea. So today we're going to go into a deep dive about this thing called drama school.
Drama school.
Is it really that dramatic? Do we even like each other? What do we exactly do?
Oh my gosh.
So juicy.
Exactly. So
Okay,
grab some food, a snack or drink, and let's get comfy and let's eat.
Yay!
So what do we have?
So today, as you can see, okay, if those cannot see it, too bad. Okay.
You listen.
Today we have mala.
Dry mala.
Correct. Because this is the food that we always ate on like Friday.
Yeah.
Is it Friday?
I think
In
so.
like school.
Oh, yes.
yeah,
After
it's
school.
So back in LaSalle,
Yes.
we will always like, there's like one particular day where half our class will be at Broadway,
Mhm.
at Sim Lim to order the mala there. I don't even
Yes.
know if that mala store is still
No,
there.
Nope,
it's
it
not.
doesn't.
It's
Probably not, right?
gone. Yeah.
Yes, okay. So that's why today we have mala and we have, why did I say it like that? Mala. And we have our usual ingredients, which is like lotus root, which is mas, kangkong, black fungus, what else? Quail
Quail
eggs,
eggs.
luncheon
luncheon
meat,
meat.
pork belly,
Oh,
the
yes.
typical. Okay,
Yeah.
so,
And
did we get-
Zhong lah today?
I think we get 小啦 actually because we didn't wanna. I didn't want us to die as we
Where
were
got
talking.
中啊？我的。
Sorry.
I think I was just taking
Oh, yeah,
care-
it's Joe and I.
we're just taking care of our guts here, okay? We are not very young.
sadly.
That's true.
But when we were in LaSalle,
it's always Zhong
It's
lah.
always
eat-
中啦 or 大啦, I feel.
Got da lah before meh?
Yes.
Okay, but to be fair, we've never eaten from this stall before.
Mm.
So I don't know how lah is it. Because I know some store is like crazy
super
lah.
lah.
But yeah, let's try the mala.
Yes.
I'm trying to do
I'm gonna try the lotus root.
Ooh, this is la. In my opinion.
Okay lah, it's not that lah lah.
Is it lah? It's spicier. I mean, it's on the spicier side for way lah for like Mao.
Well, I think I can crack my teeth
Sorry, so
on this
Um,
rice.
I didn't cook rice because I forgot to order rice, and now it's overcooked, and they will not let it rest.
You know why? If you can't see lah, but if you know Korean food, it's like nurungji. It's like crunchy. Okay. I'm gonna serve you some ASMR right here, okay?
I
You hear
swear,
that crunch?
You are literally eating biscuits right now.
I
Okay.
swear I
It's
know
so
how
hard.
to cook rice.
If you see the rice, it's yellow.
I was
You don't see rice yellow color.
Yeah, so we have to have a little rant about the rice because Joe is very passionate about rice. So okay, rant over, we can now go back to the mala. The mala is pretty good actually. It's quite fragrant.
good. Yeah, I'm quite surprised. But I feel like it's not as ma, which is like to my personal preference.
Oh, you don't like the numbing.
Yeah.
And for this one, it's a bit. It's not as dry. You know, some mala is like really really dry. This still has like some sort of sauce. So it's
It's very evenly
Yeah.
coated, but
Yeah.
it's not like the kind where there's a hole at the bottom.
Oh, then
it's
the oily,
so
oily.
much. Or maybe it's in the packaging. I don't know.
no because
But-
we studied a bit.
Right? Yeah, like usually it's like soaking or like swimming at the bottom, which is also a little bit gross. So
Yeah.
this one I feel like
But I
it's
just
coated quite nicely.
yeah. But I distinctly remember like every Friday after we have mala, the next day is like wow, my stomach is like it's
Really?
a toilet day for me.
I was okay.
Because we always order the super spicy one.
We had so much mala back
It
then.
has so much. Yeah.
I also think it's because it was the start of the introduction of mala.
Oh, that's
into
true. Like the
Singapore.
trend, right?
Like back, I remember before the South, there was no such thing as. I mean, I'm sure there was mala, but it was just not common.
And
And then suddenly mala came, and not everyone eats mala.
it's true.
But yeah. So for all those of you who are on video and you realize why we got bubble tea on the table and we're not talking about it, right? It's because this was from episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same day.
So in episode 1, we talked about, our origin story, who we are, what we do, what got us here, right? And so this week, we are going to talk more about drama school and more importantly, how did we get into drama school? So for some of you who are maybe thinking about entering drama school, don't really know what to expect in an audition, keep listening because maybe you can learn some stuff. So first off, how did you guys get in?
What do you
Joe, you want to start first? How was the process like for you?
I think the process for like to get in was the same and it's always the same, right? So you have like one song that you need to sing for them, and then there's
2 songs.
Oh yeah, it's 2 songs.
Two
2
songs, two
songs, then
monologues.
2 monologues. And then usually there's a dance call. But for our batch, we didn't have a dance call, which maybe is a blessing lah, huh? No, because I thought there would be a dance call. So I actually went for classes.
Because they did mention, I think.
yeah, but because of that, I took like an 8-week semester of like jazz at old school.
Wow! Wait, what?
Yeah, I went to old school and I don't even know what class was it. Is it contem or contem jazz or like, I don't even know the distinction. But I just took it and I was like, I realized how bad I was. Like, really. Then I was like, oh my gosh, if they ever had a dance call, I don't even forget it. But it was so bad where I had so little strength that standing on one leg and then lifting the other leg up was difficult already. Like, I couldn't even like just lift it up. Like 45 degrees, like, oh, I'm dying. So yeah, that was not very good.
Damn.
But for my songs, I sang two of the songs that maybe you should not sing lah, huh? I sang My Favorite Things from some and what was that one? On My Own from Les Mis. Wow. Okay. So you see, this is what happens when a choir kid tries to audition for musical theatre. You end up singing like My Favorite Thing.
Yes.
And then On My Own supposed to be like a belty, like wow, heart-wrenching song. Right? No. It suddenly become a like hit voice.
A soprano.
Flip into hit voice kind of a sound. But I guess, it showed that I can still sing lah. That's why
That's why you're here.
at least I got in lah through that. Anything else monologues Oh, I did Midsummer.
Oh,
yeah,
wait, you
remember.
actually did both monologues?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I didn't.
I
Just ask for one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like when you come in, they just ask you for one?
No, yeah, you have to prepare two, but then like during the actual audition, I only did one.
Oh,
Mm.
I think I did do.
Oh.
Yeah. I did
Maybe
one
they just
Verena
want to see
Tay,
Yeah.
like monologue.
Oh, Verena Tay. Wow, Verena Tay.
Wait,
More like just cause JC, I did Verena Tay for LA in JC and like I had to do a monologue.
You didn't take yours from the, like the thing, the file that you apply for audition and they have a file full of monologues.
That one is only for diploma. Really? Yeah.
LaSalle don't have.
No,
And
LaSalle
MT don't
diploma have. MT don't have. 'Cause I
Wait,
remember-
really?
Yeah, I remember I was
Oh,
searching.
yeah,
Right?
learning new things here.
Like even for singing for diploma, there's
Have
songs,
songs.
specific
Yeah,
songs,
yeah,
which is so difficult. It's like into the words or something. And I was like,
Oh.
but yeah, the specific monologues are only for diploma. I mean, I'm sure you can use it lah.
Yeah,
but-
I'm sure you can.
They don't provide it for degree.
Oh, and then I remember during the audition, was asking me about like results.
Results?
Yeah.
Like O-level, A-level results?
Yeah, like he was asking like
Oh.
how are your results? Because I think he's saying like if your results are bad.
Oh yeah, because some people, they tend to apply to ASCO when they have bad results.
Yeah, something like that. So he maybe afraid that my results are bad also because he doesn't want it to be like bad. But I said, I think I'm doing not too bad. I got a lot of C's. But LaSalle doesn't look at that. It's okay. You got
I do
C,
though.
B, A, doesn't matter as long as
As long as
you
it's not
pass.
too bad lah. I think you have to
Ah.
pass too bad.
How did the audition day feel for you?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember
Oh,
any
yes.
specific like people or whatever that day?
I went with friends. But then I remember seeing Ro. But Ro was obviously not part of like my clique-ish back then. And plus she looked very into the
Drama
like LaSalle already. Like she
Wait,
knew,
what?
you knew people. Like I thought I saw
No.
seniors coming down. Or maybe it's not seniors, could be like performance.
Mm.
Really
Yeah, because I was like, how come this audition
Need no people.
like
No
know
people.
all the LaSalle, like people were saying hi to her. And then
Wow, I
I
do not
remember you
remember
sitting
this.
quite near the door. Like the audition room
I
door.
do
Like
not remember this.
yeah, I remember sitting near more on, like the corridor side. Yeah, and
Mm.
because I was practicing also, right? But you were like
Mm.
sitting further in, so I remember seeing you there.
I don't remember
had
seeing
no-
her.
she just
Yeah, she in her own world. She's like, yeah, I prepare for
Hey,
my
I
own.
was so nervous.
Yeah, we were all very nervous.
Yeah.
Was it- I think it was like the first time I did a musical theatre audition. I remember like practicing my song for like 2-3 weeks before that also.
You had 3 weeks to prepare for the audition.
Not only lah.
She
Got
just
more lah.
prepared 3 weeks beforehand lah.
As in,
Oh, but as you have time.
huh? You mean you don't have time?
I don't remember having that much time.
I had a lot of time.
As in like you
I had so much time I could go find a vocal teacher.
Oh, that's true. You did. Okay. Fun fact, I actually auditioned twice. So the first time I auditioned was back in 2015. I think that was the first ever time I
That's so
auditioned.
long
And it's such a
ago.
funny story, yeah. And I think there were only a couple of us in the audition. It was so scary, okay? Like we were outside the corridor waiting for the program leader who never ever showed up.
Oh, that year group.
Yeah, it's that year group. So he never showed up, and then after that the MD had to end up taking over, like taking charge of the audition.
Wow.
And so yeah, we were waiting for quite
What?
long, I remember, and we were all kind of just wondering like, why are we waiting so long? And you can also tell that like the other two auditioners, the choreographer and the MD, they were like wondering, like they were also waiting and like,
Sussing out lah.
yeah, like waiting for something else to happen lah, right? And then after that, I realized that, oh, someone's supposed to come, but they not come. But that first audition, wow, it was so scary. I remember meeting some like NAFA people in the audition, and they were like, oh yeah, I'm from like theatre in NAFA. I've been dancing for like since I was young. And I'm like,
Intimidating.
and that audition has a dance call. And we had a jazz dance call, and it was damn legit.
Confirm damn difficult.
It's damn legit. Like we did a whole warm up, and then like she taught like I don't even know however many bar dance.
Like
And then we had to like and then we had to like present it in groups. So it's damn legit. That was the first ever time I auditioned. I sang something from Kerrigan Loudermilk.
Someone with the London musical theatre.
Say a word, I think it's called. Yeah, and I have never done musical theatre. I did not know about musical theatre, like,
But you found Carrigan
You
and
know?
Loudermilk.
because I remember like looking through repertoire and I'm like, I don't want to sing something too popular. See, even then I already know. So I like purposely picked the super like obscure I've never heard before one, like in my like 10%, 1% of musical theatre knowledge. So I just assume it's like, nobody will hear. Actually, Kerrigan Loudermilk quite popular lah.
They're not the typical like mainstream like
Correct. But if
composers
you
that you
know-
always see, but
Right?
yes.
Yeah.
Stop.
Cabaret? Cabaret,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
cabaret style.
cabaret kind of feel.
Yeah. If you know MT, you would know Kerrigan Loudermilk. So I think that was one of the songs I sang. I don't remember the other one. I think I might have only sang one. I think for the audition.
Really?
Yeah, but anyway, surprise, surprise, I didn't get in.
Surprise.
Because I had zero theatre experience. But from then I actually got into diploma instead. So I did another diploma after mass comm. And then in my second year of diploma, our program leader actually asked me to audition again. So I think I applied during open house, so I didn't have to pay the $60
Smart.
the fee.
Yes.
Because I remember
That's
I
a good
purpose
tip if you want
correct.
to audition for
the
style.
style, and you don't want to pay the registration, the what, audition fees?
Audition fee?
Yeah, the audition fee. Apply during open house. So then they waive it off for you. So the second time I auditioned, I sang the Elf song, Never Fall in Love with an Elf from Elf, the musical, and I sang Miss Saigon.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, no, not
No,
the
I
Elf
Give
song.
My Life
Ah,
for
that
You.
one. I'll give my life for you. I sang that song. And
So drama leh.
yeah, but at that time I already
Like
know
me
the program
before my
leader.
own.
So I think for me, I mean it was still scary, but it's not as scary because like
Mm.
I was already in school at that time. I had a little bit more experience of like what drama school was lor. But I remembered I don't remember seeing you
Yeah,
because
I'm quite forgettable, yeah.
no, because I remembered after the audition and then they were all called into a separate room. And we were
Oh yes, yes,
and
yes.
I was like, wait, does that mean they all get in and then I didn't get in? Like, it was so scary. And after that, they all came out and they took their bags and left. So I'm like, wait, what? And that was before...
You got eliminated.
That was before the monologue, I think. So we did a song
Before
first.
the monologue?
Yeah. So we did a song, we come out, and then you go back in for the monologue. So that they
that's so
didn't even get...
scary.
I think they didn't even get to do the monologue. After we sang, all everybody sang the song, they waited outside and then they left. And I was like, wait, what does that mean? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's quite scary for the people waiting. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Because we're not explained anything.
Correct. What I found out after that was that the program leader asked them to like go take more singing lessons and then come back for a second round.
So it's like giving them a second chance.
Correct.
Oh, that's
giving
so
them a
nice.
second chance.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
so-
second chance.
people with like potential,
Mm.
and then it's just maybe specific aspects, like not all three things,
Mm.
like singing, acting, dancing, right?
Like
Maybe
maybe
of
one
it.
is not very strong.
Yeah, so it's just to brush up on it, and then
Mm.
but so the likelihood of them entering the course is high, but
Mm.
it's just you need to brush up on that one thing.
So auditions open about like November. I heard.
Correct.
Yeah, so
Correct.
one of our friends actually auditioned in November, like the year
Ooh.
before. Jovita.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
she's our
auditioned
friend
in, like,
from
April.
Yeah.
Indonesia.
Correct.
For those
Jovita,
that
if you're listening to this, hi. I remember I didn't do I prepared two, a Shakespeare and a contempt, but I only did one. But I don't remember if I ended up doing Shakespeare or contempt.
What if you do Shakespeare?
My diploma program leader, I asked him to help me with the Shakespeare audition. So
That's
that's
smart.
so I had help lah basically, right? So
Mm.
I had help for the second round of audition basically because I like kind of already knew people.
which is good. So if you're auditioning for
Yeah.
the first time, I think it's always nice to like get help.
Correct. Like go look for a singing teacher.
Yeah.
If you want help, you can always come to us.
That
for
was
singing.
a
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
really shameless plug.
There are
Yes.
two vocal teachers here. If you ever need help, They can help you with singing. They can help you with song choices. They can give you some tips also, okay?
Okay, very similar. But other than that, go look for like a singing teacher like she did. She will tell you more about that after.
It will
when
make you
when
feel
it's her
so much
turn.
better.
Yeah,
also,
like
going to an
it just
audition.
gives you a little bit more 心理准备. Yeah, so how about you?
Okay, so for me, right, if you guys listen to the previous episode, I have zero experience when it comes to singing or acting. So when I first signed up for audition, I look at it, I'm like, oh, the dance call is the only thing I know how to do. Yeah,
Opposite of me.
And it's the only thing that didn't happen.
yeah, oh my god. Then I looked at it, they said, oh, you have to prepare 2 musical theatre songs and 2 monologues. I'm like, you know what? Monologues still can like
pretend.
smoke a bit, you know, just try to act your way through it. So yes, I did 2 as well, 1 contemporary, 1 Shakespeare. But on the day itself, I'm pretty sure I didn't do a Shakespeare. But for the singing part,
song.
the main reason why I decided to go get a vocal coach is not because of the singing part. It's because they say you need to bring in piano score.
Yeah.
Then I'm like,
Correct.
什么？去哪里找？怎么办？ Like, what am I supposed to do? I have no idea. So I went to Google. I Googled, I think, vocal teachers or musical theatre vocal teachers. I don't know how. I found one that was like relatively one of the cheaper ones, but it had good reviews. So I went and I think I took about like 4 or 5 lessons from her. I remember it being like $100 something per lesson, which is kind of normal lah. Because each lesson
It's normal, but as a broke student, it's damn expensive.
but I think she gave me a discount because she knew that I was still a student. Yeah, she either gave me discount or she extended it lah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think she doesn't really know much about musical theatre also. Because she gave me 2 songs. The first one being I Dreamed a Dream. Like,
It's like, why?
It's like, why?
would
Why
you
doing
think
that for
I
audition?
dreamed the dream?
please.
And also, why would you do that specifically?
Context lah. I'm a mezzo sop now, but back then I was clearly an alto. I have no head voice. It's just nothing up there. She decided to give me I Dream the Dream 4 semitones down. So it's horrendously low, okay? And she gave me Good Morning Baltimore. I'm like, okay, fine. Those 2 songs.
So like the popular ones.
Yeah, really, really popular. So from what I can info, she probably doesn't know much. But that really helped because I at least didn't even think about the freaking score sheet. And I remember that day, I saw a bunch of very scary people because it's the day where the diploma kids audition to go into level 2. So we had all our seniors there and we were all like together. Then they talk and they're like, wow, and I'm just like,
So like everybody know each other.
everybody know each other. They look damn confident. And I'm just like,
If you go to a theatre audition, right, it's very stressful.
it's very
and very
stressful.
scary.
Yeah.
And like everybody is giving each other like okay. But
yeah, it's like sussing each other out.
Yeah.
Especially, I feel like especially in college.
And I clearly remember one of the auditionees that they brought her own companies. Then I was like, I need to bring my own companies. Till this day, I still don't know who was my companies. Yeah, I just remember I was going to sing, the person popped the head out, and then they look at me and then look at them. And somehow I got in without any experience. So I was like, oh yay! That was so scary that I don't even remember much.
And it's
what
also
went
one
on.
of like your first ever audition experience, right?
yeah.
For singing or acting, anything that needs me to come out of my mouth. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Usually dance, I'm like, you know what? That one you just I feel like dance audition always fail. You always like cannot catch up the choreo or something. Singing audition, that was my first ever one.
What is, in your opinion, right? What is the worst audition song you can
Worst
ever
ah?
bring in?
Worst. I think over very popular songs being one.
Pop song.
You wouldn't like in a musical theatre audition, don't bring in like pop songs, right?
I think right, if it's like no belt notes, no nothing, it's just like like the bottom.
Anything
so it
that's
doesn't
too like
one note.
monotone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's like a patter, right? But the patter is just the 2 notes. And then no, like, you know, we sometimes say you should show your range at least, your money notes and all that. So I feel like it's quite bad if you don't have.
But to be
It's a
fair,
very serious answer lah.
I feel if it's like you're auditioning for like LaSalle, if it's really your first time, right, you really don't know anything about musical theatre, right? And an overdone song is something that you're comfortable with and you're confident of singing. I think that is better for you to do that
It's true.
rather than trying a random song that you were like, oh my god, I cannot sing this.
Correct.
True.
It's
And I feel like because it's a college audition, there's a bit more like
Leeway.
It's a bit more lenient.
Yeah.
They know that, you know, it's like for a lot of people it's their first time auditioning. Personally, for me, I think the worst song to audition with is Candy Store.
Oh my god.
Okay, first of all, that's a trio.
Yeah, don't sing anything as a duet or trio, please.
Correct. Like, don't try to sing multiple people's parts. Sing one person's part. But, personal, like, bias, because
Preference lah.
also I really don't like that song.
Yeah, and I think all our choices have shown that, okay, you can pick popular songs and it's still okay. Like, I mean, like, my
I have no
favorite
choice.
things on my own there. Like,
I dream a
nobody
dream.
sings these
falls
for
semitones
audition.
down.
I would say sing something you're confident in. Or,
Yeah, something you're comfortable
yeah,
with,
something you're comfortable with, you're confident in.
Because there's already so many things that is like scaring you, like enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, so we've talked a lot about how to get into LaSalle. So if you want to know what actually happens in drama school, we're going to talk about that next week in the next episode because we curry up a lot. So follow us on our Instagram and TikTok at A Mouthful Prods if you want some updates, random videos, us yapping, eating, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye!
Bye bye.